Hello, and thanks very much for watching the video again. For today's film, I've come back up onto Kinver because I thought about something the other day, a sort of feature that I'd completely forgotten about. It's very close to some other stuff that I've shown you before, so I'm going to head up there in a moment and show you that. Depending on how things go, might pick up on something else as well while we're up there, and also anything else that I might come across along the way. So hopefully you'd like to join me for a little mooch. It's a very beautiful day today. It's really cold, but beautiful day. So let's head up a bit further and I'll show you what it is I wanted to talk about. It's a beautiful day up here. It's really quiet as well. Hardly anybody about. That's where I like it the best. Right, well, I made it to the top. We're back up by the old home guard hut, which there's info about that in the first and second videos that I did. What I'm hoping to do is find a feature that I spotted as a kid back in the 1970s, which is somewhere over here. So we're going to have a rummage, see if we can spot it. There's a path over here somewhere. Here it is. That's interesting. There's a couple of house bricks. Seems a random place to find them. Now I'm going to quite embarrass myself, I think, because I might not be able to find this feature now. I know it's here somewhere. And of course the winter's the best time to look for it, whilst all the ferns and bracken are down. It's proving to be quite elusive. Oh, that might be something over there. Let's go look over there. I'm beginning to wonder actually if this has actually been filled in. That's a possibility. I'm going to pause the camera for a bit and I'm going to have a mooch around. I'll come back to you in a minute if I can find it. Well, I think today's video might be a bit of a bust, I'm afraid. The feature that I'm looking for was a quarry, just a small one. And I have memories of my youth of there being some quite clear cut sections where you could see where sandstone had been removed and taken away. Unfortunately, having had a good mooch around, there's some signs you can see here, various features, but it's certainly not as well defined as I remember it from all those years ago. I think it's probably got filled in quite a bit over the years, naturally, I suppose, to a degree. Whether there was any actual infill done for safety reasons, I don't know. It's a possibility, I guess. So, a little bit disappointing, I'm afraid. If you were hoping for me to come forth with pearls of wisdom and tell you all about how old it was and what the stone was used for, I'm afraid it's going to be disappointing on that level too, because I actually don't know. But there was a quarry here, just a small one. It's actually shown on some maps, some older maps, And as I say, back in my youth, it used to be quite well defined. Alas, not the case anymore. As I say, I can't tell you how old it was, and I also don't know what the stone was used for, because it's a bit of an odd location really. I mean, the sandstone widely available all over Kinver Edge. Why you'd pick a spot here in such a remote area away from any houses or anywhere else, I don't know. The only thing I could think of was, I wonder whether it was for building walls somewhere. I don't know. Anyway, you can just see like the undulations and the unevenness there. I'm sure that's where it was, but unfortunately it's not as clear as it used to be. So you can see quite clearly the sort of depression there in the ground. But as I say, very much backfilled. And I think there's a noisy crowd of ramblers coming, so we'll cut it short here. Yeah, as I say, I'm pretty sure this is it, but it's a shame because I seem to remember it being much more clearly defined, but hey ho, it has been rather a long time, I guess. Well, this bit here looks quite defined. But as I say, I'm sure I can remember seeing cuts actually in the rock. You can actually see where chunks of rock have been removed. Maybe it's my imagination, maybe just a distorted memory, I don't know. Anyway, I'll move on and I'll see if I can find something else for you. Well, here we are, right above Nanny's Rock, on a little rocky outcrop, and it's a heck of a long way down. In fact, it's making me feel a bit nervous standing up here, to be honest, but it's worth it for the view. Spectacular. Really don't like the look of that edge though. Probably not the best place to bring the kids. Let's move on, shall we? If you don't fancy the scramble down the steep path to the rather precipitous and drop above Nanny's Rock, there is a bench here a little bit further on that has very similar views. If you're afraid of heights, this is probably a better option. So here's another slightly unusual feature. Nice little bit of ironmongery there. Just coming along now, chain link fence. You'll be able to see it more clearly in a sec, as long as I don't fall. There we go. There's been quite a lot of speculation about this over the years. Its official name is Lakeshall Service Reservoir, and that kind of gives away the game. That's exactly what it is. It's a covered reservoir. Now, its exact purpose, I'm not entirely sure. I know that in the past people have speculated and said, oh, it's to do with the underground factory and bunker at Drakelow. I can assure you that it isn't. And believe me, if it was, I would know about it. It certainly isn't anything to do with that. It may just be providing water locally, but I've also got a funny feeling, a sort of niggle at the back of my mind, that actually it had something to do with the Elan Valley Aqueduct you know, the pipeline that links the dams at Eland Valley all the way up to Franklin and Birmingham. And I've got a funny feeling that it was some sort of top-up system. The aqueduct actually runs by gravity and goes through a number of siphons on its trip down to Birmingham. And I can't tell you where I got this from. I got this funny feeling that in the dim and distant past somebody told me that this is some sort of top-up facility for that. So if there are any problems with airlocks and things like that, it provides water for that. I don't know. I could be talking complete rubbish. But hopefully, perhaps if somebody's watching this video who really knows, you'd be able to comment below and let us know for sure. As I say, that's my thoughts on it. And for me anyway, I think that's far enough for today. I'll perhaps leave you with a few more views as I make my way back home on this beautiful sunny day. But for now, I'll leave it at that. If anybody knows anything about that quarry, I'd love to know more. If you know, it may be something that I've heard in the past but just simply can't remember. So if you know about the quarry, you know how old it was, you know what it was for, please drop us a comment. I know there are several other little quarries around on Kinver Edge. There's one by the Holy Austin Rock Houses. There's another one I know down Kingsford Lane. But I say, if you know more, please comment, and also about the reservoir here as well. It'd be really interesting to know. So in the meantime, thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe if you can. Send me a like or a dislike if you didn't like it. That's fine.